beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Obaya. Thanks for checking out today's video. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads, like today's video and share today's video. Hey guys, so as you can probably tell from today's title, I am going to be doing a story time for you guys. I've tried making this video. This is my third time trying. I tried making it twice in the house before we came back to school, and I'm trying it now. For the first two times I tried, something went wrong. I think I accidentally deleted the footages that I needed. Like, I did countless footages, so I was supposed to edit them together, and I kind of like deleted the footages, so I couldn't have them. And then I tried again and I've forgotten what happened, but yeah, the sound did not come. Like, the video was okay, but there was no sound. I don't know what happened, so I don't know if they don't want me to do this story time or what, but I don't know. Anyways, let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm wearing my hair like this because I'm hot and my hair is pretty long, so I didn't want it like on me. I want to be free, so it's quite heavy, but it's cute, so that's what I did. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm going to start this story time by saying that I do believe in supernatural like intervention, right? I believe in God and his timely interventions. So I think that what happened, I don't know, but I feel like like a tragedy was prevented. Let me put it that way. Yes, because some things could have gone bad for me, but it didn't. So this story time started this story started when we vacated for the 2 weeks for us to go home and come back to start this semester. Anyways, I'm in my last semester, thank God. Yeah, boy. Just started the semester, but you can feel the stress around. Anyways, I'm going to talk more about that in another video. But yeah, so we vacated. We were supposed to go home, so we stayed for about 2 days in school because we had a camp, a church. So some of my friends came to fetch me in my room, and when we were done with the camp, they were supposed to pick a car from my hostel to where they are supposed to pick the bus. And we tried taking Bolt, and for the price that came, it was a bit high. So I was like, wait, I have a friend who has a car. I mean, the car doesn't belong to him, it belongs to his sister, but he's using it for now. So why don't we like buy like petrol for him, and then he will take us there? Because if you check the petrol you're going to buy for the fuel you're going to buy for him to take you there, and the price the boat is taken is way better. So I talked to my friend was like, sure, why not? So they bought the fuel for my friend, and my friend sent them to the station where they're supposed to pick the bus. Now I was supposed to leave the next day, so I was thinking, oh, they bought fuel for you, you just went to drop them there, so the next day when I am going home, you should go and drop me. And he was like, sure, why not? And that evening, like before the morning I was supposed to leave, his sister called him that she's coming for her car. And so he called me. He was like, oh, the sister is saying that she's coming for her car. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I do now? Because I had made my plans around this. One thing I have learned is that when you make a plan, you have to make a backup plan in order not to, feel stressed when the first plan doesn't go well. So yeah, I learned it the hard way, but yes, so that's what happened. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? The price is so high for the Bolt, so I don't know what to do. I'm so stressed, blah blah. And he was the first person to tell me, don't worry, everything happens for a reason. So I was like, okay, sure. I was still mad, not at him or his sister. I was just mad that I didn't make a backup plan. So I was now going to find ways and means to get to the station. Then the next day, my friend called me that, oh, I shouldn't worry, he's going to get me to the station. I was like, okay, thank you. And whilst we were going, he said, oh, I forgot. My sister told me that before she even got to the house with the car had a flat tire. I was like, hold up, what are you saying? He's like, the car had a flat tire. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Wow! Guys, imagine that the car was with my friend and then he was supposed to take me to the station. the car would have had a flat tire in the middle of the road somewhere, I don't know, and we would have been stranded. Like, one, he's stuck with the car. We have to find out how we are going to get the car somewhere safe and blah blah blah. Like that kind of stress. The moment he told me that, oh, before his sister got home with the car had a flat tire, and I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Like, I was not ready to go through that. Nope. I was like, thank you, Jesus. And he was like, you see, I told you everything happens for a reason. You wouldn't have known. Maybe the car would have had a flat tire in the middle of the road and would have been stranded, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, he's right. So I was happy that happened. I was happy, like, the sister came for the car before anything bad happened to us. And when we got to the station, I boarded my bus. He said goodbye to me and he came back to school or whatever. So I was in the bus. I sat in front. I didn't actually look on my ticket because I don't usually do that. I want to be in front. I sat in front, and someone came and was like, oh, that's my seat, check your ticket, your seat number is on it. So I checked it and I was supposed to go to the back. I was like, oh my god, I don't like the back. So I went to sit at the back of the bus, and the person sitting by me was like this smallish guy. I don't know who he is, I don't know where he came from, but he was so annoying. Guys, he was so annoying. So many of you don't know, but I have motion sickness, which is I feel dizzy, nauseous when I am in a moving vehicle, whether it's a bus, a taxi, a plane, train, ship, whatever it may be. As long as it's a moving machine and I'm inside, I feel sick. Yeah, so that is motion sickness. What I do because of this is that I do not eat before I travel, because if I do that, I'm going to vomit. And because I can't also be hungry the whole of the journey, I have to like buy snacks, like maybe biscuits or something, and then buy water. So I drink my water and I sleep. So if the journey is about like 5 hours or 6 hours, I can sleep like more than half of that time. Like, so if it's 6 hours, I can sleep for like 4-5 hours. Those who've traveled with me, you guys know. But yeah, so some of my friends are like, oh, you like sleeping a lot, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, it's not me. If I don't sleep, I cannot like bear the journey. The bus took off. We were going on a journey. The bus driver was going like normal speed, everything. Then all of a sudden he started to like overspeed and overtake cars on the road, and it's a big bus. So yeah, like a big bus, you can't do that on the road. There's those private cars and those stuff that do overtaking and do stuff on the road carelessly. You can't do that. So what happened was, we got to a police barrier, right? And the police stopped the bus, asked the bus driver to get down, and he didn't come up again. So we were sitting in the bus like, what's happening? Not knowing that the bus driver was actually doing an overtaking with a private car. The private car was overtaking the bus was also trying to like not let the private car overtake. So it was more like they were fighting on the road. So the private car managed to speed off and went to report the bus driver to the police people at the police barrier. So when we got there, they arrested the bus driver. The bus driver was like, he was not over speeding. He can the policeman can ask the passengers, I mean us, if he was over speeding. The policeman came to ask us. We were like, oh no, he was not over speeding, it's a lie. Oh my god. But then like they were arguing there, and the private car owner who went to report the bus driver was also there. So he wanted to make sure that the police were doing the right thing by questioning the bus driver. So he was also there like, you over speeding, blah blah blah, da da da. So they were arguing, and the police now decided to take the bus driver's driving license, and we're like, oh my god, if he takes the driving license, we are not going to go home. And like, oh, what is happening? I already like lost hope for this journey when the lady came for her car, and now that I am feeling sick, I am not well, I want to get to my house early. Look at what is happening on the road. So we sat there for about 30 to 40 minutes, I think almost an hour, before the driver came back. At that time, the private car owner had left. So I was thinking that if the private car owner had left early, the bus driver would have also like come back, because Ghana police. I'm not saying anything, but so another woman made this remark in the car that, well, we shouldn't worry because everything happens for a reason. So I'm like, this is the second time I'm hearing this today, and in all that, it was like a situation that was making me feel really stressed out. and like I'm hearing everything happens for a reason, yeah. And she said that what if that the private car owner did not report the bus driver, he could have like oversped on the road, or is that a good English, oversped? He could have like, you know, whilst he's going that fast, we could have gotten into an accident or something. So it happens for a reason, so we shouldn't worry. And after she said that, about like 20 minutes after, the bus driver came and then we took off. And I was looking at the policeman like, maybe something happened though. Ghana police. But I got to Takrady, our destination. Now my problem here was not about the fact that I couldn't, like, my plans didn't go well when I was beginning the journey, or the police men stopped us on the way. My problem was the fact that I got to my bus stop where I was supposed to get down. I got down from the car. They should give me my luggage, and they are telling me that they left my luggage. So I was like, hold on, wait a minute, explain to me how you took money for my luggage. I bought tickets for the bus, and now I've got it to my destination. You are telling me you left my bag. Where? Did you leave my bag in Kumasi, or when some people were getting down, like, did you leave my bag somewhere? Explain to me. Now, it was the bus driver and two mates, right? And the two mates, one was young and one was old. So it was the older one's fault that he left my bag there. So they didn't leave my bag all the way in Kumasi. They left my bag at the middle of the road somewhere where some people got down, and they had a lot of luggage, right? So they removed like other people's luggage just so they could get to theirs. So after they removed theirs there, the mate did not ask them, oh, maybe is this one yours, is this one not yours, so he can pack those that it's not theirs inside the bus. He did not do that. So he guessed like, oh, this one's not for them, this one is saying, and he left mine there. So I think when you buy your tickets, right, they take your numbers. They said because of accidents and all that, they take your numbers for the bus just in case of any accident. They can get to your family members, blah blah blah, a lot of stuff. So they took our numbers. So they had my bus ticket on my bag, like on my luggage. So they called the number because it had the bus registered number on the ticket or whatever. So they called, I don't know how they did it, but they called Kumasi, and Kumasi called the bus driver that they said they've left a luggage somewhere that doesn't belong to them, so they should go for it. So when we were going, before I got to my bus stop, the bus driver got down and the younger mates came to take over. So we were all wondering, oh, why is the bus driver like, why is he down? Where is he going to? And some people were like, oh, he has gotten to his destination, maybe he's going home, maybe he's doing that. No, because they called him about my bag, he was going back for it. So I was inside because I was not feeling okay. I was feeling nauseous, I was feeling dizzy, my head ached. So I was like, when I got to my destination, I was so happy. I was like, oh, thank God. Now I got down, removed my bag from here, telling me, say, it is your bag that they left there, so they are going for it. And I'm like, bro, explain to me, because I don't understand. I was so mad. The reason why I was so mad was because the mates that it was his fault did not even like calm down to explain to me. He didn't have the patience to explain to me. He was mad. And I'm like, what is with people and it's your fault? Explain to me and apologize, and you are getting mad. Like, what's happening? Or maybe I'm wrong. It is your fault that this is happening to someone, and the person is feeling stressed and anxious about the thing. What do? You calm the person that, oh, we are sorry, like, yeah, go far back, something, you know, so that the person will calm down. Then he is shouting at me like, hey, massa, and then you go far back, no, and then I will go for a year before. I'll crack it, and I'm like, hey, bro, like, what's happening? So it was the other mate who was driving that was like, oh, sister, please calm down. They are going for it, don't worry. So I had to sit in the bus. Everybody got down. They had to take me to the station to go and wait. So I was sitting in the bus waiting, and I'm like, okay, I don't have any problem here, but the problem I have is that if they bring my bag, they are supposed to pay half of what I'm supposed to pay from the station to my house, because where I was supposed to get down, the price could have been lesser. Now you have taken me all the way to the station because of your mistake, so you have to pay half of what I'm supposed to pay to the taxi driver to get me home. I told that to the mates, and the person who was at fault, he was the same person shouting at me and talking plenty, and I'm like, God, hold my heart. He's older than me. I do not want to disrespect this man. I do not. Because if he goes on to talk bad to me, like to talk like that to me, I might like see some things that maybe I might regret later. It was the other one who was younger who was like, oh sister, calm down, we are sorry. And then he said that everything happens for a reason, and I'm like, what is with people and everything happens for a reason? Like, this is the third time I'm hearing this. We're saying a whole lot of stuff to calm me down, like, you don't know what could have happened. Maybe the driver could have taken more, like the price could have gone higher than what you're supposed to pay here, or maybe he could have kidnapped you, something. I'm like, it's true. So that calmed me down a bit, and I'm like, God, if this day is a day you are intervening in, then I thank you, because it's like different occasions or different scenarios or different problems happen to me that I feel like if you were not part, or it could have gone a different way, right? But then all the same, I got home safely. I waited for less than 15 minutes actually, and then the bus driver came with my bag. So he was asking the mate, oh, have you seen the person whose bag is this? And I got down from the bus, and he was like, oh, we are so sorry. And then the mate told the driver that I was angry, and he was like, oh, don't be angry, we are so sorry, it wasn't our fault, you are even lucky they called us, blah blah blah. And I'm like, lucky? You would have been in trouble because it was your fault and you didn't take care of people's luggages well. So he was like, oh, what do you want what do you want from us? And I'm like, pay half of what I'm supposed to pay, then I'll go. So I picked a taxi, and then the bus driver paid half and I paid half, and the taxi driver took me home. And they were trying to take advantage, like, give us your number so we can call. I'm like, no, thank you so much, but no, you don't need my number for anything, thank you so much, but no. So yeah, I got home safely, and now we are back in school. That's the whole story. Anyways, that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed my story time, please comment it down below, like today's video, and share with your friends. Please subscribe if you haven't, again, and I'm going to see you next time in my next video. Bye.
Bye, have a great time.